In this video, we will cover what data observability is and why it is important, especially if you're looking to power your AI initiatives. We will also deep dive into the pillars of data observability and the differences between observability and data quality. Lastly, we'll review the data observability market and discuss the strengths and weaknesses of the different vendors. So what is data observability and how is it different from data monitoring? Data observability starts with proactively monitoring your data systems to detect any issues that may impact data trust, i.e., your ability to use the data to drive business outcomes. But just like the much older discipline of software observability, whose principles were applied to the data domain, it doesn't just stop at monitoring. Data observability also includes automated alerting on the detected issues and workflows for effective triage, investigation, and remediation. Therefore, rather than being a standalone engineering tool, data observability really is part of the broader data management practice to help organizations build data trust. So why do businesses need data observability? Data observability is all about identifying issues as early as possible, both from a timing perspective, i.e. you want to identify issues when they happen, not ages later, as well as from a perspective of data moving through your data estate, i.e. you want to detect them as close to their source as possible. Why? Well, it's all about limiting the impact on your business, something a lot of our customers call limiting the blast radius and reducing the time to resolution. This is especially critical as enterprises look to adopt AI, where the speed at which decisions are made based on data, and just the overall volume of decisions made on data, is increasing exponentially. Specifically, it is no longer humans just looking at a dashboard once in a while. We are moving towards AI agents making decisions and continuously acting on data. One of the most common questions we get asked is what is the difference between data observability and data quality? The lines between data observability and data quality are definitely fuzzy, and different analysts and vendors in the market define the two very differently. I would define them as follows. Data quality is all about monitoring your actual data, versus data observability is about monitoring your data systems. I like the following analogy. Data quality is like testing the water running through your pipes to ensure that it is clean, safe, and drinkable. Data observability, on the other hand, is like checking the plumbing. It tells you if the pipes are connected, that water is flowing, and that there aren't any leaks. Without observability, problems can go unnoticed. And without data quality, data can look healthy but still damage your business. Only with both data quality and observability together can you be confident that every decision is truly built on trusted data. And I think that is the crucial point. Data quality and data observability are really two sides of the same coin, and you really need to have both to deliver real value from your data to your business. When it comes to the 5 pillars of data observability, I think it's worth delineating between data at rest and data in motion. Considering data at rest, data observability typically monitors for freshness, i.e. is your data up to date and was it loaded when it was meant to be? Schema changes. Has there been any structural changes to your data? Volume anomalies. Has there been any statistical change in the number of records? Distribution anomalies. Has there been any change in the distribution of the data? Are there any clusters of data that look unusual? Considering data in motion, on the other hand, data observability typically looks at your ETL and transformation jobs. Are those pipelines running smoothly or are they failing? Is there anything unusual about these jobs? For example, are they running much longer than normal or inserting a significantly different number of records? And last but not least, data observability always needs to include the 5th pillar of data lineage, to ensure that any detected issues are within the context of how data flows through the organization. This is crucial for effective triage, root cause analysis, and remediation. So what are some of the use cases that data observability actually solves? In financial services/asset management, for example, common use cases for data observability may include confirming the accuracy of regulatory reports ahead of submission, validating external market and reference data feeds ahead of ingestion into production systems, reconciling data across many different systems, monitoring critical data pipelines that feed risk, finance, trading, and regulatory reporting systems, or streamlining the triage, root cause analysis, and remediation of data issues to reduce operational and reporting risks. So what are the best data observability tools in 2026? The market is really heterogeneous, and there is no one-size-fits-all best data observability tool. Technical teams, such as data engineering, may want to get started with open-source testing frameworks, such as Great Expectations or dbt Expectations, or look at the integrated tooling the cloud provider or data warehouse/lakehouse provides. When data and observability requirements grow, there are dedicated data observability vendors such as Monte Carlo, Soda, Big Eye, or Accel Data. And once companies hit a certain stage of data maturity and want to take a more holistic approach to data management, they'll typically look for a unified platform like Ataccama. Having data observability alongside data quality, catalog, and lineage makes it easier to identify, triage, and resolve issues with full context. For example, if a schema change appears in a source system, it's difficult to judge its impact without knowing who owns the data, where it flows downstream, or which processes depend on it. In a unified platform, that context already exists alongside observability signals, enabling faster investigation and more effective remediation. Whether you're just learning about data observability, or you're looking to expand your coverage to ensure success of your AI initiatives, if you'd like to learn more about Ataccama's data observability offering, please get in touch with our team.